It's very rich for the member opposite to get up and say we're out of touch, because I'll tell you what's out of touch. In 2018, under that government's watch, when they knew that 40% of kids were at curriculum for mathematics and 26% for Māori kids were at curriculum by the time they went to high school, what did they do? Absolutely nothing. That's out of touch. Sending those kids into high school to not get qualifications when they knew in year 5 that they were failing and chose to do nothing, that's embarrassing. That's doing nothing. We are not a government that is going to sit by and watch those kinds of decline points on a graph and sit there and do absolutely nothing about it. When I came into office, the Ministry of Education's briefing to an incoming minister after 6 years of that government said that we are not providing excellent or equitable outcomes after 6 years of that government. We are not prepared to sit by and watch decline happen. That's why we as a government have come in and undertaken transformational change in the education sector. A brand new, year by year, knowledge-rich, internationally benchmarked curriculum in English and maths that has been widely accepted and celebrated by primary and intermediate school teachers. A maths action plan, 20,000 teachers who've been trained in it, 830,000 maths books and textbooks that have gone out to children. Structured literacy, Mr. Speaker, the first country in the world to mandate it for every single child learning to read in this country, 30,000 teachers who've been trained. Twice yearly assessments that are coming in this year to make sure that we're measuring progress for our children and reporting it to parents who want to know how their children are doing. We are setting our youngest learners up for success, so by the time they go to high school, they can achieve a qualification that means something. And that's why we have now turned our eyes to that, Mr. Speaker, our national qualification. And why did we have to do that? Well, again, an embarrassment. When I came into being the minister, the previous government had undertaken an NCEA change program that was completely dysfunctional and a total and utter disaster. The ERO report shows that 70% of teachers were not ready for it. The warning signs were flashing. The Minister of Education at the time was warned, do not do this. Pull up, you need to delay. And guess what they did? In the face of 70% of the teachers who were going to implement this, they kept going. They kept going, despite the fact now we know that 60% of teachers for that new level 1 that they implemented do not think that the qualification is worthwhile, that level 1 qualification that they put in place. 70% of employers don't value it, 50% of parents don't understand it, and 2 out of 5 kids don't understand it. Now, Mr. Speaker, Chris Hipkins can come along and say that he understood the problems and they were working on it. Well, then why is it that he put in place a half-baked plan right before the election that 70% of teachers weren't ready for, that meant that the sector weren't able to deliver new level 1. Either he didn't understand the problem or he understood it, but he didn't know what the solutions were. We are a government that knows what the solutions are when it comes to NCEA, Mr. Speaker. We are making sure that there are not going to be 3 years of high-stakes exams. You should listen because you might learn something. We won't have 3 years of high-stakes assessment like most of the people we compare ourselves to. We're going to have a whole year in year 11. We're right the way through the year, all 4 terms. Students will be learning a knowledge-rich curriculum that goes all the way through the year, gearing them up for success in year 12 when they will sit, proposed to be sitting the New Zealand Certificate of Education, and in year 13, the Advanced Certificate of Education. The key difference, Mr. Speaker, is they will learn the whole curriculum. And here's one statistic I want to leave this House with before I leave. Mr. Speaker, with the new level 1 that the previous government put in place, only 11% of students were sitting all 4 math standards. 11%. How can you experience success at high school when you move from year to year where only 11% of students are sitting the whole curriculum? What a failure. This new qualification, Mr. Speaker, will ensure that all children learn from a knowledge-rich curriculum throughout the whole year. We are keeping the best of NCEA. We are making sure there will be internal assessments and externals. Amazing vocational pathways, Mr. Speaker, that will set children up for success in the trades. This is the cloak that we'll be wrapping our kids in, education that will set them up for success. We're no longer going to sit by and do nothing. This is what transformational change looks like.